First and foremost, my prayers go out to my brother, Michel Rivera. You know, his health wasn't all that good, man, leading up to the fight, after the fight. Yeah, I want to apologize to Frank Martin because I don't want this content and the energy of this content to take away from his win versus Michel Rivera. But this is a conversation that we need to have in the sport of boxing. We've been having this conversation in the sport of boxing, and we're talking about the dangers of cutting weight. You know what I'm saying? It's already dangerous getting inside that ring, but to put yourself at a disadvantage, you know, dangerously impacting your health leading up to the fight is something that is very disturbing in the sport of boxing. Now, look, Michel Rivera had an interview with Broadway Joel and his father as well, and they was describing the sacrifices and how hard it was and unhealthy it was for Michel Rivera to get down to 135. He stayed in 144 for a while. He got hospitalized 2 days before the fight. Now, look. I know fighters, and it doesn't come to light, and a lot of fighters don't use things don't use this as an excuse. But I know fighters that has been hospitalized before a fight, and people don't know about it, and then they go out there Saturday night, and you know, sometimes they win, sometimes they lose real bad. Look, fighters are very vulnerable. Yes, they all got to take accountability for signing the contract and need to come in that way and need to come prepared and things of that nature. But I blame it more at the team, not really at the fighter, because the fighter is vulnerable. He want to get paid. They present you with a name. They present you with a fight. They present you with money that you never made before, and now you got to make that choice. And as a fighter, of course, their ego is going to take over, and of course they're going to be like, yeah, I could make the weight. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be strong. And look, all the fighters going to say the same thing leading up to a fight. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I work hard, and I did my road run, my road work, and sparring was great, and working out was great. I'm in the best shape of my life. That's what they need to say. But in reality, man, their health being highly impacted leading up to the fight, and I'm talking about in a negative way. Michel Rivera was hospitalized before the fight and after the fight. You know, and it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? He fought, I believe he fought one fight in 147, I think during the pandemic. And then to come back down, you know, of course, that's his team. That's something that, of course, again, that he need to take accountability for that. But his team, his management, his advisor, his coaches, and his business handlers should understand his body at this point, understand the sacrifices and things of that nature. Look, leading up to the fight, again, I don't want to make no excuses, but I did a video and I said Michel Rivera set up to lose, and I knew this from the beginning. As soon as they announced this fight, say he set up to lose. That's just my opinion on that. You could agree or disagree, but my prayers go out to Michel Rivera. My prayers go out to Michel Rivera, and hopefully, man, his team. And it's happening too much in the sport of boxing, yo. You know, it's happening too much. We see a lot of these fighters, you know, their team is not taking control. Maybe these fighters are in position to they're so much in position, in a power position where the team and these adults around them is submitting to them. You know what I'm saying? They're running their own camp. They're making their own decision. Of course, they're the one that step inside the ring. But fighters need to have people that's in the best interest. Fighters need to have people around them that is in the best interest of them and their health. At the end of the day, man, this is health. Health is everything in a sport like this. And if you're already going inside that ring, where your health is already impacted in a negative way, knowing the serious about this sport, the life and death about this sport, you could be seriously hurt. So why would you go out there half dead? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna say like mentally, but I'm saying physically, organ wise, and everything else is not working working properly. You know, and I understand. Look, you in the training camp. This is the way that these guys get paid. This is the way these guys get eat. And some of these guys just fight once or twice a year. So, you know, I understand Michel Rivera in making this type of decision, because at the end of the day, he's a warrior, and you got to have that mindset that whatever, man, I'm going to be as close as 100% as possible. And he's a professional. He did make the weight. But look at this guy. Look what happened Jojo Diaz, he could have made weight, he had a draw. You had Michel Rivera could have made weight, he took a loss. Teofimo Lopez could have made the weight, he took a loss. Shakur Stevenson actually, leading up to his last fight, was like, you know what, I'm not going to kill myself for those 2 pounds. And look, he won the fight, and his stock doesn't go low, or he doesn't face no type of embarrassment like that. And maybe that's the way to go. Sometimes, man, you just got to pull back. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what, man, I ain't going to make weight. And I know it's unprofessional. Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a life or death type of sport. But I think things need to change. And I know the WBC has put weigh-ins like 7 days out, 14 days out, or 30 days out. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think the boxing and the management and trainers need to stop that tactic of weight cutting just to have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? If you a legit lightweight, then be a legit lightweight. Don't be this super welterweight or middleweight trying to come down to lightweight. You know what I'm saying? That ish is whack. And then there's gonna be fans out there that don't feel sorry for you, because at the end of the day, if you can't make the weight, yeah, you fighting in the same division, they're gonna call you a weight bully, and that's justifiable itself. If Michel Rivera was not supposed to be in 135, you got to be in his management team. Got to be, you know what, he's not fit for 135. Don't impact his health, because at the end of the day, man, you gonna have to impact your health when you step inside that ring. It's a dangerous sport. You don't got to lose going into a fight already, man. This guy's already is losing going into a fight. And a lot of these fighters are doing the same thing. So hopefully he moves up. You see, that's why I say with Devin Haney. Devin Haney is already saying that, it's hard for me to make the weight, man. Move to 140. Move to 140. And the position that let's say, for example, that Devin Haney is right now, undisputed. He doesn't owe anything to Lomachenko. He need to be in an advantage in terms of his health. Give yourself an advantage in terms of being healthy and step inside that ring. We already saw him as a skeleton. You know what I'm saying? So we want to, just because us fans want to see a fight, man, is he growing out that way? He's been that way since 14 years old, man. He's a grown-ass man, 24 years old, man. Move up to 140 so you won't have no type of building excuse or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need these fighters be suffering and passing out before a fight and then fighting the next day. He passed out as well. Michel Rivera passed out before the fight. We seen this too much, man. These guys are suffering in the week of the fight. They're suffering like crazy. And a lot of people don't see half of what was going on. These commissions, they're gonna get the pass. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get the pass. The doctor's gonna be passing them because there's a lot of money involved in just one fight. And it's impactful for everybody in that card, because if the main event might not take place, then the whole card is scrapped. Just like with the Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank, everybody then takes a hit. So there's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of it's hard to pull out from fights or an event. Fighters and management and trainers, stop with the tactic of cutting weight. If your fighter ain't a lightweight or super featherweight or whatever their division is at, and they're too big for that division, man, work on your craft, work on getting stronger, and stop trying to have an advantage, trying to create an advantage before a fight, because at the end of the day, you're gonna kill yourself trying to get that advantage. You killing yourself. You beating yourself. You cheating yourself. And at this point, for me, it's becoming apparent that cutting when you a weight bully like that, and you weight more than what you weight, you in a division where you're not supposed to be, man. That's just as good as cheating. It's getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? And y'all killing yourself. Just like if you use your steroids, you killing your organs, you killing yourself. Just like cutting weight. That shit is whack already, man. That shit is played out. So save yourself, fighters. Save yourself, man. So let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.